Did you like it though? Did you
Double tap?
How about them Cowboys?
You still have nightmares about that game, don't you?
Yeah, I still have nightmares because if we would have got past them, I think we would have beat Tampa Bay. Here we go again. But I don't know if we would have beat the Rams. Rams was ready, man. The Rams had a good coach. That's who I feared the most anyway.
So I gotta for the Cowboy fans, look, every Cowboy fan I spoke with during that time period when it was matched up with the 49ers, there was no confidence whatsoever coming out Cowboy fans. None. All the ones I spoke with was like, I don't know.
That's because
like they hated to be matched up with the 49ers. It's like they didn't want no points.
I feel like, 49ers, they are a physical team. They play downhill. I personally believe you win football games by the trenches, it's offensive line, D-line. People get excited about the Cowboys, all their squads, because they look at them on paper like, oh, I got this wide receiver. I got Odell Beckham with, what's his name, or whoever. It's just, but at the end of the day, you're going to win that football game based on your O-line, D-line. Then you need a quarterback that can complement and produce. That's why you got to have a good offensive line. You want your offensive line to protect the quarterback. And then you got to have some kind of a running game. You see, San Francisco, they probably the best running team in the NFL. The Cowboys, like, we was front running team. So we would get out in front and teams, I didn't know if they could stop the run or not. On the statistics, they looked like they could stop the run, but it was kind of like questionable because we were like jumping out on teams and then teams didn't decide to run the ball. A lot of teams in the NFL, they don't like to run the ball that much anyway, no way. So, but you knew San Francisco was going to run the ball. That was the problem. Then that shortens the game. Can't make too many mistakes. If the offense was stagnant like they was for a few drives, then it was just no. I knew they wasn't going to run away from us, but if like the game was going to be close, they jumped out. They got the lead early on, and we couldn't never really couldn't get into offense. Then the defense started to play better in the second half, though. But San Francisco don't have a juggernaut offense. they just good at the little things that they can do. And Deebo Samuels made plays, so bad day. Yeah, I remember that. I'm hunting about it. So that day, that lets you know what we needed. We needed a guard because our left guard was getting called for holding calls and getting jacked up, didn't play with much power, getting jacked into the backfield at times. And even though overall he's good, he was a good player, but it's just like he just didn't show up. So he had to move on. And then Randy Gregory, though, the silver lining that Randy Gregory, he's a good pass rusher, but he didn't always play the run that great. So as much as we talking about him, as much as I like him, I don't think he helped himself in that game. Like he didn't make a difference. We seen what happened. So Randy Gregory going, if we can get some people that's like a little bit strong against the run and find other ways to get a pass rush, then it might work out for him. So.
Well, I know the Cowboys love to acquire talent through the draft. Did they have the money to be more aggressive in free agency? Because why didn't see any big signings? What happened?
That's just not their style. That's just not what they do with Stephen Jones managing the budget. So what you have is with Amari Cooper, when they let him go and then they didn't re-sign Randy Gregory, right there, they got money. Because they were going to sign Randy Gregory for 5 years, $70 million. Cooper, we not in bad cap shape as is. Now, I guess I don't know how the future looks when you think about, okay, we got to re-sign CeeDee Lamb, and you got Michael Parsons going to come up and Trayvon Diggs. And that's what they think about. And so that's kind of probably some of the moves that they making that the average fans don't really get to see.
And they're going to be at least $20 million for CeeDee Lamb. You want at least $20 million a year.
You got to pay CeeDee Lamb. You got to pay Trayvon Diggs. Corners get paid. So then you got a lot of cap out. You got quarterback, you got that getting paid, and you got your running back getting paid pretty good. So, yeah.
When does Zeke come off of contract? Because they need to get rid of Zeke. They need to dump that contract.
His salary, his contract probably doesn't meet his production. The way they structured it is they might as well keep him. They
I'm at
can't
the
save the
point,
money.
man. Like if I ran an organization, I'm not paying my running backs. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get them. I'm gonna get them in the first round. I'm gonna grab the best running back off the board, have them for 5 years, and dump them. It's gonna be a rotation. Every 4 years, I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Guess what? The dude know he gonna be gone because his backup will already be on the team. His backup, his replacement gonna already be on the team. First round pick. You know you gone.
Yeah, the Cowboys, man, they was in a bad spot too because the Rams had set the market with Todd Gurley, and at that time, Todd Gurley, they already knew he had knee issues, but they gave him the money that they gave him, so that set the market. And then Ezekiel Elliott was the next one up. So when Todd Gurley, I mean, Rams overpaid Todd Gurley because it was like running backs. They had already stopped paying running backs. Nobody's paying running backs. And then Todd Gurley got paid, and then Ezekiel Elliott got paid, and now you've seen the downtrend ever since then. Like McCaffrey got paid, but he probably left. Then you got to pay Dalvin Cook, but it's been going down. Like as far as the guaranteed money has been going down. Like Ezekiel Elliott has so much guaranteed money in there, that's why he can't cut him. And so I think Ezekiel is still good, like I said, but the thing about running backs, you get hurt, you ain't the same.
Well, it ain't about being good. It's about are you putting out
Yeah.
the production of what I'm paying you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can always get a young back that give me the production you're putting out. I Pollard would put out the same production he put out, don't you think?
Yeah. Pollard last year after Ezekiel, like I said, if you go back and watch them first 4 or 5 games, Ezekiel was putting in work. He was doing his thing. But after that, after he's towards PCL, he was not the same. So, uh, yep, the Cowboys, we got this offseason to look forward to. We got the draft. We'll get all excited about the draft. We'll, I know we'll do some other video where we'll talk about who we think the Cowboys might pick. And then after who they pick, we'll do analysis, commentary on it. Because I mean, the media love talking about the Cowboys. So
Don't he got his own podcast or something? I'm gonna have to listen to his own.
Who's that?
Jerry Jones. Don't he got his own podcast or some shit like that?
They talk to him on the radio, like on 105.3 in the mornings. Like you like during the season, on like when they play after they play game, like on Monday morning they'll talk to him. Like, he's the only that does that. So.
Hey, man, you gotta, hey, man. Like people be talking about what he do. At the end of the day, it's his team, his money. Let that man do what he want to do. He want to enjoy his life he got left. Who knows how long this man gonna be alive? How old is he now?
I know. He in his 80s, right? He about 80.
No, but you don't know how long this man gonna be around.
Well, his son is the cheap one, man. Like his son is the one who manages the budget and everything. And Jerry Jones got the title of the GM, but it's really they got Will McClay. He's really the GM. He's really running the show.
79.
He's 79 years old, right there.
Yeah, you don't know how long that man gonna be around.
So, no, I like Jerry. And Jerry, he had to come in. I heard he had to come in and like with Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory was about to walk away. DeMarcus Lawrence wasn't gonna sign that little contract that they extended him with. But Jerry Jones had to come in last second, finish up the deal, and he got the deal done with Randy Gregory. But they had that little clause in there where it said like we can take your money based on the fine, and so nobody else had that language in their contract.
Well, it's nice to be able to come in and be the good guy. Like you can play good guy, bad guy. Like, oh, y'all dealing with that? Oh, we ain't getting no. Hold up. Walk in. What you need? We're gonna make this happen. What you need?
Yeah, that's how I said.
What we need to make this happen? You come in and be the good guy. So yeah, that's the episode of Keeping Up with the Boys. First episode out of there, and hopefully y'all join us again. All y'all Cowboy fans. This will be your guy giving y'all all the info and his insight to the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? We're going for 6.
Well, hold up. Oh. Speaking of that, since you're talking, at this moment, are you confident they can win a Super Bowl with this current team?
No, we gotta wait till after the draft. We'll talk
Oh, you
about
need to
free
wait till after the
agency.
draft. Okay.
We'll,
Tell
we'll
me
talk about
what
after
one
free
player
agency.
at 24 you can get that you could feel comfortable to say your team will be able to win a Super Bowl. Because there's gonna be a whole bunch of rookies coming in.
So let's say like the two player it's three player. Well, three
Well, I
players.
told you who gonna be available for you. So if you know
No.
who are you talking about?
If we get somebody like a Derek Stingley, he helps the defense tremendously. Or Jordan Davis, even though some people feel like he's only a two down player, those guys would turn our defense around.
Derek Stingley is going to the Vikings at 12. He's gone.
So
He's
he's gone. If
gone.
he's
Let
gone,
y'all trading up. He's gone.
so Jordan Davis
And
is
is
gone.
the Cowboys known to trade up a half a round?
If they feel like the player is that good of a player, they haven't been doing it lately. I doubt they'll do it in this draft.
Okay, who the other person?
So Jordan Davis, I know
Jordan
he's going
Davis,
to
I
be.
told you, 21 to the Patriots. So he's gonna be gone.
So but in that playoff game, the reason we lost, well, not the reason, but one of the problems that we had was our left guard. So if we can sign Zion Johnson or Kenyon Green, that we are a
They'll
better
be
team.
there. So do you think one of them would boast your team up to be able to Super Bowl contender?
No, some other moves that you can make or have to make. You have to. So if he comes, that's like that helps our offensive line. And like Tyron Smith, he stays healthy. If Terrence Steele keeps getting better, I feel comfortable with our offensive line. Ezekiel Elliott healthy, Tony Pollard healthy.
You
Then
saving a lot of ifs. Hold up.
no, it's a lot of
I
ifs.
already asked you with this roster, and I'm giving you
No,
this offensive player.
I'm telling you where we need to go. If you saying you asking me where we
I don't need you to talk about them healthy. We're
our
just gonna
core.
assume they're healthy. We're gonna
No,
assume
okay,
that. You got
okay.
the
If we assume that.
roster.
So just let you know, like the Cowboys, they won the East, so everybody's happy about that. But they had a good record. Now on paper, we're not a better team than we were right at this point because we lost Amari Cooper. We lost
Because guess
Wayne.
what? Could you beat the 49ers? You could end up going against the 49ers again with Trey Lance, who got to sit a whole year.
Well,
And
this
he's
is not
more a
showing
better
up that
quarterback than Garoppolo.
no. We don't even know that.
I
We
he's
don't
a
know that.
better, he's a more of a threat. What Garoppolo did, they
Yeah,
didn't allow Garoppolo to do
Garoppolo's
anything. At
accomplished.
least I can know Trey Lance can run the ball.
He's an accomplished NFL quarterback. You sleeping on him? No,
Okay,
uh, no.
what is he ranked like on 30th?
If Trey
He's
Lance was
way
better
down
than
there.
him, if Trey Lance was better than him, he would have been playing. They would
Well,
have had
guess
a
what? I bet you Trey Lance is better. But Trey Lance this year is going to be better than what Garoppolo showed you last year. Book it.
Well, we gonna see. We gonna see. That's yet to be a time. I know you're gonna have him in your fantasy football team.
Well,
So
it's going to be hard to get him because I had him everywhere last year, so everybody's seen
yeah.
that. So they're going to be drafting him higher than I get to get him.
So the one hole that I can't predict, the Cowboys think they must have a solution in the fact that they believe in killing more so much and that, but I don't know how you let Amari Cooper go and think you're gonna be a better team. I can't reconcile that one. I can't fix that one just yet. I do think Michael Gallup was out for most of the year, and I do feel like that helps. That helps that situation. Michael Gallup was hurt for most of the year. He came back for a spurt, then he got hurt again. But I'm not saying he's Amari Cooper, but if CeeDee Lamb can develop and Michael Gallup can produce, then and James Washington and Cedric Wilson probably I think Dak had a lot of good chemistry with Cedric Wilson, so that's going to be hard to replace. But coming out of college, I think Washington probably was the better prospect in a lot of people's minds. So we'll see if they can get something out of him. So you can be solid, and not to forget that Cowboys at the end of the day on paper, and if you look at the statistics, we did have like one of the best offenses in the NFL. But I think we had some weak spots that showed up at times. And like I said, getting the guard will fix it for me. And then there's some other moves that you can make. Then the defense probably is going to be better than it was last year. Even though we don't have Randy Gregory, we got to find that's so. Amari Cooper, Randy Gregory, we got to find somebody to come in and bring that production, bring that skill set. It's hard to find a Randy. It's hard to find Amari Cooper. It's hard to find a Randy Gregory. So they shouldn't have let him go, but we'll see what happens. But overall, they still gonna have a good team. They're still gonna have a playoff team. We know this coming out of the East. They're gonna win it. No, I don't see no pushback on that.
You got Zion Johnson.
Okay.
Are you a Super Bowl contender?
You got hey, when you draft, man, you got 2 or 3 rounds that you can get some good
Okay.
players.
Who you want in the second round? I'll give you whoever you want in the second round.
So in the second, so we get Zion Johnson or whatever. So let's say we get Zion Johnson, and then in the second round,
Let me tell you who around you in the second
we,
round
we need a
if
pass
you want to make it
rusher.
realistic.
We need a pass rusher, linebacker, or even a corner or some kind of D line.
Let me tell you who around you in the second round if you want to try to make it realistic, and you tell me who you want. You got the 56 pick. So I'm gonna go up until the first two picks. I'm gonna give you the two previous picks and but below the chance that you tell me who you want. Daxton Hill, Kair Elam,
Mm.
Jaquan Brisker, Jalen Armour,
So what
Alex
position?
Pierce.
So what? I don't know those last three. What positions do they play?
I told you Jaquan Brisker was a safety. Jaleel Jalen Armour Davis is a
Mhm.
cornerback from Alabama.
Mhm.
Daxton Hill, cornerback slash safety from Michigan,
No, you had him in the before though. You said he was the two before.
and
Yeah, man.
Kair Elam is a cornerback from Florida.
Oh yeah. Man, I like Hill and I like Elam. Um, if we fortunate to get those guys,
Which
um,
one you want?
I'm gonna really scout them out a little bit more than what knowledge I have of them. But I like from what I've seen of Elam and but I've seen a little bit from them. I like both of those guys. See what we really need. I'm gonna go with Elam because he's a corner.
All right, so you just got Zion Johnson and Elam. Are you a Super Bowl contender?
So we looking strong at corner now. We got safeties, we got corners, and now we need D linemen. Now we need a good one technique. And people don't draft them early in the draft. They draft them later because they're not 2 down. They're not 3 down players. So if we can get a big sloppy guy that can play D tackle, that can happen. That can happen.
All right, let's look. Let's see what we can get out the third round.
So now I would be looking because we can get those big sloppy, but I'm still looking for a wide receiver, a tight end, and maybe a
Well, you don't need a tight end. I mean, that's just gonna be a backup. Nobody's starting over Schultz.
Well,
Nobody's
okay,
starting over
okay.
Schultz.
So
So
like Elam, so he can come. So actually, so Daxon and Elam can come in and start. Probably more so Dax Hill. Hill probably start before Elam because it's hard to get corners on the field. But that he's so versatile. So either one of them guys. So actually, the one that guy probably helps us the most is Hill. Hill will come in and play. So let's say we got Hill, and then now we need a D lineman.
all right, so we in the third round. I'm gonna go two picks in front of where y'all picking the 88 just to give you a chance to maybe get a couple other players. So we got Chasen Hines, guard out of LSU. We got Alante Taylor, cornerback from Tennessee. You have Tyree Castle Fields, cornerback, Penn State. We got Jamari Slayer, guard from Georgia. We got Nick Benito, defensive end, Oklahoma. James Cook, running back from Georgia. Jeremiah Moon, outside linebacker.
How
Miles
about
Jones, cornerback, Texas. Perion Winfrey, defensive tackle. Josh Thomas, cornerback. Tyreek Woolen, cornerback. Michael Clemens, defensive end. Jalen Wydermyer, tight end.
Oh,
Max Mitchell,
give
offensive
me
tackle.
Jalen. We need to tight end. I said it already. Give me Jalen Watermeyer.
Okay, you want Jalen Wydermyer with your third pick. So you went with the backup.
But
You want
and
a
I
backup for Schultz.
yeah, we need to tight end because well that's they probably would draft the tight end pretty early because they don't just think about the year one and then what if Schultz got hurt? Do you see a guy named Lewis Seen? Do they have Seen on there? Sam Williams?
Mm, he must have already been picked.
Because I mean, from what our needs are though, I would got Nick Benito. From what our needs are.
All right, so let's say you got Zion Johnson. You got that other cat. I don't remember his name now.
Let me go. Let me. So no. So the best. I'm gonna go with the best talent. So let's say we go with Kenyon Green, right? Can I get him? So we got Kenyon Green. I'm changing it up.
Hold
so
on.
it's
Okay, you going with Kenny Green now.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going with Kenyon Green. I'm going with Career Elam,
Okay.
number two, and then I'm going with So my third round, because we need an edge, and you gave me a chance to get Benito. From what the names that you gave me, I got to go with Nick Benito.
All right. So are you a championship? Are you a Super Bowl contender? Can you go win a Super Bowl?
We looking pretty nice, man. We healthy. We looking pretty nice. Like I'm serious. The only thing we didn't fill the plug was the wide receiver spot,
And
which
just
I don't think
and
no
I
Robert.
mean, and let's be honest, when we get in the fourth round wide receiver, they're not going to come in and make a big difference. Let's be honest. You know, it's just not. You know, but
I mean, if you get somebody like a Justin Ross or Charleston Rambo,
Justin Ross going in the third round. I told you, top of the third. Rambo went fifth, so of course you can get him. But Rambo went to a small school, I think, huh? No,
no,
no, he
Rambo
didn't go. He went
he
to
went to
Miami.
Oklahoma and then he went to
He
Miami.
went to Miami, huh?
Yeah,
But
he
but I mean, like you say, he's gonna be a rookie wide receiver drafted in the fourth round. It's not gonna come in and make a big impact. So that's why I wasn't worried about the fourth through whatever. I was gonna give you the first three rounds, and we can imagine what holes you'll fill with fourth to do whatever.
Well, they got some other. No, you can have if you think your scheme is so good. They got Naylor
But
and
I
stuff
just
like
want to let you know we're going to give you the whole. We you're not this play this for this championship run. You're not getting no breaks.
that. No, I'm
First
telling
round you're running into 49ers, and then you might get a break the second round, but the next round you run into the Rams, or you go take down them. Hold up,
you.
matter of fact, you get the 49ers on the Bucks and the Rams. Are you taking them down to get to the Super Bowl? Are you taking them down?
The Rams gonna be as hungry as they were, and if the coach gonna be as motivated, then so some of the guys that we had on the D line, they were young, and so if they can develop and get
Well, your
strong,
first your first matchup is the 49ers. Are you getting past the 49ers?
it ain't like they blew us out in the first place. And like I said, if you protected Dak better, which we got the guard, our center probably gonna get better and develop, and then we got the tackles. We will because Terrence still didn't even play. He did well against Nick Bosa's brother. So if everybody's healthy, Amari Cooper didn't really show. I mean, they didn't. It was so I don't know what was going on, but Amari Cooper didn't play well, or they didn't get him the ball against San Francisco. So Michael Gallup is not no downgrade in that situation because they didn't get the ball to him. So I think Michael Gallup, well, and then 49ers play a lot of zone and do a lot of stuff to where it's like I guess if they do a better job, if Kellen Moore can do a better job getting people open, and our running game is gonna be a lot better. Like if Ezekiel Elliott is healthy, that game changes. That's a different. It could potentially be a different game. San Francisco is good against the run though, so they tough.
So y'all
But
have a tough matchup against 49ers. Y'all barely win. You win by 3 points with whoever kicker gonna be because Zerline gone.
Zerline is gone.
Um,
That's a problem too.
so
That was a
and then
problem too,
and then
huh?
you get the Buccaneers. What you
Buccaneers,
doing
they're not
against
gonna be the
Brady?
same
A
team.
healthy Buccaneers because Godwin will be back by then. What you doing?
They don't have when they beat us. Antonio Brown had a great game against us, but like Trayvon Diggs pretty much held down Mike Evans. He might not do that every game, but that was he held him down. And then Godwin, they're not gonna have the same team. They losing some people on defense. The offensive line they had some people that retired, and they losing some people. They're just not gonna be the same team. I'm just not worried about the book. There's a reason Tom Brady
Same
won't be all right.
offense.
No,
Except for Antonio Brown, same
they
offense.
don't have Grunk at this moment. They probably will, get Grunk back on there. They don't have no running backs on the team right now, right? This time.
No, they signed Fournette back.
Oh, they signed Fournette? Okay, they got Fournette.
And they got Vaughn and probably draft some running back to fill it up. I told you James Cooks was mocked to go to them.
We'll see about that. He presents some problems potentially, but other than that, they need to get it together. Like I don't think they're not the same team. And I'm just thinking about how we played them last year. We had a couple of the reason we struggled against them last year because the D tackles that they had, man, you couldn't run on them, and Zach Martin was out that game. So we'll see, we'll see. They not just that much better than us. So I mean, that's the team you would think. You thinking of Tampa Bay and Rams, and they're not that much better than the Cowboys.
But the problem is the Cowboys got worse. You're talking about Buccaneers getting worse, but the Cowboys got worse.
It's yet to be determined. I'm telling you, the draft grades. I said we need a D lineman. Hopefully we can get one of those. Then I feel a lot confident. Yeah, because that's what 49ers
Well, you
was
know who
running
you
around.
got because we just gave it to you. We gave you the top 3 people.
No, but one was on the offensive line, which we need that. And then I went corner, and then I went with the who we drafted third. We drafted I said the defensive end. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't we get a defensive
Yeah,
man?
yeah, defensive end. Yeah.
Yeah, Benito or whatever. Huh? So you know who you got.
So yeah, Benito turn around could draw some pressure, and Michael Parsons 1 year into it, or even if we got then we got all in fifth round picks, like you said. The Cowboys have been drafting well these last few years, so they potentially can do something. We had a good rookie class last year, so they probably gonna get better and show up more. So you look at, I mean, we lost Randy Gregory and Amari Cooper. I'm not pleased about that, but if we would have had them, we would have been one of the most talented teams, period. So we lost them. We got to replace them. Time will tell. We'll see.
Well, here's what I will tell Cowboys fans. You don't got to see what your team will do in the playoffs because as soon as the regular season is over, all you have to do is go to their wins and losses because
Yeah.
last year they had a horrible record against anyone with over 10 wins.
So
Horrible record.
we'll see. We'll see.
So we know what the Cowboys usually do when it comes to these high caliber teams, these Super Bowl contending teams. They don't really play well. It's a guarantee that the Cowboys are going to make the playoff. And who's standing in their way in the division? There's no one standing. I mean, the teams got a little better, but it's clearly the Cowboys.
And that's so disrespectful. It's the NFL, man. It's the NFL.
Well, we ain't got time for that. The Cowboys are the best team in their division. The teams on the Eagles may got a incrementally better, and Washington got a lot better. Because Wentz a better quarterback than Heineke, of course.
Yeah.
But and they should if they draft a wide receiver like they said and get London, of course there'll be an uptick for them. But
because you couldn't tell nobody, man, that Washington Redskins defense was off the charts 2 years, not last year, but the previous year.
Now that you have 7 teams getting to the playoff, it's a guarantee that the Cowboys making the playoff. Dak would have to literally get hurt early in the season for the Cowboys not to make the playoff. It's a guarantee
You
otherwise.
saying because how many games we gonna win in that division? Because I'm saying if you don't win a division, you might not make it to the playoff. Like you gotta win.
They're going to be fine. They're going to make the playoffs. There's
If you
nothing
win
to
a
worry
division, you
about.
automatically gonna be in the top 4. But you saying 7 spots?
Yeah, there's seven spots in that conference. It's
Yeah.
hard not to make. You got to be a bad team not to make the playoff in the NFC. You got to be a bad team.
So you admit that the Cowboys are not a bad team. So you already.
Oh no. Well, Cowboys are a good team. The problem is they don't play well about other good teams. They don't play well against other good teams. That's the only problem.
There's some turnover in those other good teams too, though. That's what we're gonna see.
The teams they supposed to beat, they beat the hell out of them. They're gonna handle their business. But when it comes to the competitive game, that's when they don't seem to step up.
We're gonna see. Only time to tell. Stay around with keeping up with the boys, and we're gonna find out.
Well, until next time, people, we out of here.
Peace.
Try to keep up with them boys.
We them boys. Hold up.